Governor Soludo, who stated that Dr. Ezife's demise was an end of an era, praying that God will raise thousands of his likes that will carry the torchlight going forward, while saying that all the time he knew Dr. Ezife, he lived out the very essence of what he preached. Governor Soludo said that the former governor lived a life of purpose, service, and life in Christ. Professor Soludo recalled that as governor, Dr. Ezife did not discriminate on the basis of religion, ethnicity, or other social stratifications, but believed in merit and excellence.
As the sermon rightly said, Dr. Chukwuemeka Ezife lived a life of purpose. He lived a life of service. And very importantly, I want to add to that. For him, actually, there is a saying that says, be the change that you want to see. All the time that I knew Dr. Ezife as a brother, as a friend, and as a mentor, Dr. Ezife lived out the true meaning, not just what he said, but what he did. And the reason we all take him seriously, the reason why Nigeria took him serious, is because he lived out what he preached. Whether when he was the permanent secretary par excellence, or when he served as governor of Anambra. In fact, that's when he earned the credit to speak about fairness, to speak about equity, to speak about justice for all. He earned this while in the brief period that he was governor.
Speaking on behalf of Nigeria's President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, who eulogized the former governor as someone who stood for justice, pointed out that he put integrity above personal interest and believed strongly in the unity and diversity of Nigeria. Earlier in his message, Lieutenant Colonel Mpachuku Ezodimba of the Salvation Army described the former governor as a gallant soldier of the Salvation Army who did a remarkable work of reformation and transformation during his lifetime because God gave him wisdom and foresight to operate. Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Somtochukwu Udeze, former governors Chris Ngige, Peter Obi, and Dem Veji Etiaba, the senator representing Anambra Central Senatorial District in the Nigerian Senate, Senator Victor Ume, his predecessor, Senator Uche Hunife, the Anglican Bishop of Agwata Diocese, Right Reverend Samuel Ezofo, amongst others, attended the event. The ceremony featured music by the Salvation Army and band parade by the Nigerian Police and a 21-gun salute in honor of the former governor who died at age 85.
The house-to-house collection of bins initiated by Governor Chukwuma Soludo's administration is yielding positive results. The evidence came to bear after a recent downpour with refuse flooding various streets of inland town Onitsha. ABS witnessed the contractor collecting refuse from the residents at St. Stephen's Road, inland town Onitsha, and a massive turnout of those disposing of their refuse. Correspondent Emengini Osadebe monitored the process and now reports.
Speaking to the ABS, one of the street sweepers, Mrs. Nkiruka Odo, commended Governor Soludo's initiative, which according to her has been effective. Mrs. Odo, who frowned at those who still dump refuse in the drains, advised them to retrace their steps as they have been ordered by the Onitsha North Transition Committee Chairman, Mr. Onochie Ozoma, to report any residents that still dump refuse into the drains for proper action, warning that such person will be prosecuted. She further commended the contractor who are diligent in collecting the refuse at least twice a week, urging residents to always bag their refuse for easy collection.
In a week, have your Friday, have your Saturday Monday.
Also speaking, an Onitsha North Transition Committee member, Honorable Chuka Nnamo, applauded the state government for the initiative, adding that streets are no longer flooded with refuse whenever it rains as before, saying that they have been warning residents to desist from indiscriminate dumping of refuse.
Government now are ready because before Miliso, Haidian Ejuna main road, Mana since eji house to house picking of refuse, ina ya na gota. If na maybe need a disorder.
A petty trader at Arole Street, Mrs. Onyedika Okwechime, who recounted their ordeals whenever it rains before now, thanked the state government and the contractor handling the project for their responsiveness and prayed God to bless them.
Anyị pụta mansi ma pampas miye niile otoju sie na shop anyị mana since eje gaba no na-ebi ebe niile adị nnọọ cha.
The supervisor of the company handling the project, Mr. Patrick Egwatu, who spoke off camera, said their tippers are placed at strategic locations such as Oka Road, Isiokwe Market, Okos Road, among other places, to ensure that they cover a large number of houses, calling on residents to endeavor to bring out their refuse whenever they hear the bell. From Onitsha, Emengino Sadebe, ABS News.
In line with Governor Chukwuma Soludo's plan to bequeath an enduring road network to Anambra, the government of Anambra State will be embarking on the dualization of the Agulu and Nanka roads. According to a press statement signed by the Commissioner for Information, Sir Paul Musu, though these are federal roads, they are primarily used by Anambra. The statement explains that Governor Soludo has redesigned the roads for reconstruction to better facilitate commercial, industrial, and agricultural activities across the areas they cut through. The press release advised property owners along those routes to begin to plan how to relocate them elsewhere. It noted that the law demands that any property along a federal highway must be set back 47.5 meters from the center of the road, and anything short of that is a violation of the law, and such property will be regarded as treated as an illegal structure, which the government do not wish to happen. The release further revealed that government is calling on traditional rulers and presidents general of the affected communities, as well as market leaders, to escalate the awareness campaign on the need to relocate shops and houses from the brink of these roads. The traditional rulers and President General, the release noted, should also come together to take practical steps to map out areas where those that would be consequently affected can resettle before the construction work commences, saying that the government wishes to minimize avoidable losses by its early notice. In a significant political move, Mr. Chinedu Mokafo, a revered political figure in the Enugu community, has officially joined the All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA. Mr. Mokafo joined the Enugu Ward 3 of the party during a ceremony held at Umwezu Awo Hall of the community in Njikoka local government area of Anambra State. Correspondent Blessing Dennis tells us more.
The event drew a crowd of party faithful and well-wishers. During the ceremony, the state chairman of APGA, Barrister Ifatu Obi-Okoye, represented by the state secretary of the party, Mr. Levi Obiado, congratulated Mr. Okafor for joining the party and emphasized the party's belief in his leadership.
In all manner of happiness and appreciation, we are very glad to receive him, and with him adding up to the Ward 3 Enugu and Njikoka local government, I think the party is progressing.
Addressing the gathering, APGA Vice Chairman Anambra Central Chief Ndoka Okoye hailed Mr. Okafor's decision to join APGA, saying that it affirms his honest party in Anambra dedication to serve the people and advance the values of progress and prosperity being piloted by Governor Soludo through his transformative initiatives in Anambra State. Also speaking, the Transition Committee Chairman of Njikoka local government area, Mr. Clem Agui, welcomed Mr. Okafor into the fold and highlighted the party's commitment to collective progress and the developmental stride witnessed under Governor Soludo's administration in Enugu. On her part, the APGA state women leader, Mrs. Chinyere Obiekesi, emphasized APGA's role as a beacon of hope and progress for all and urged women to champion causes of employment and rights protection within the party. In their remarks, the managing director of Anambra State Waste Management Authority, Aswama Mr. Mike Ozemena, Councillor of the Ward Mr. Darlington Mbuzo, and other stakeholders of the party, Honorable Anthony Icheku and Dr. Nkem Okeke, encouraged Mr. Okafor to leverage on the collective strength of members of the party in the community to push for positive changes.
Chinedum Okafor was officially welcomed into the political party of the moment, which is All Progressive Grand Alliance. He should be patient and also consistent when piloting the affairs and mingling in this party.
In his acceptance speech, Mr. Okafor expressed gratitude to the APGA family for their inclusivity and revealed that his vision for joining the party is to help to realize its major visions of infrastructural development, youth empowerment, and poverty alleviation for the state.
The truth of the matter is I've actually looked around and I've done my feasibility study, and I noticed that APGA is not just a party. It's a party that is well accommodating, a party that has vision. APGA is a place to be. It's a family that is accommodating, a family that understood what politics is all about, a family that you can, that you can be and feel relaxed and feel accommodated.
Mr. Okafor's decision to join APGA was hailed as a significant boost for the party in Enugu and beyond. From Enugu in Inchikoka local government area, Blessing Dennis, ABS News.
And that does it on the hard news. Insider News returns in a while. Stay with us. Continuing the funeral ceremony of the late Chief Francis Nweke Anyansi showed again that a life spent in honesty and service to humanity is worth celebrating. Till his death at the age of 93, Chief Anyansi was a member of the Nsugbe Council of Elders in the Anambra East Council area. He served the council in different influential positions, including as a spokesperson known in the community as Okube Nsugbe. His legacies were the reasons his family and in-law, Chief Lawrence Anikbe of Ibariam, gave him a befitting funeral ceremony. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzo Okoye has the details.
Chief Anyansi was said to have contributed immensely to the development of his village, Akpalago, Age Grade, and many associations where he fought for peace and truth at all times. These legacies were the reason his family and in-law, Chief Lawrence Anikbe of Ibariam, gave him a befitting burial. The event attracted the high and mighty in the society and top government officials, including the senator representing Anambra North in the Red Chambers, Dr. Tony Nwoye, and the member representing Anambra East constituency at the Anambra State House of Assembly, Barrister Obi Nweke. Speaking to newsmen, the present spokesperson of Nsugbe Council of Elders, Chief Gabriel Anozie, said they came in their numbers to bid their compatriot, Chief Anyansi, farewell, recalling his virtues of honesty and transparency, which he said was why Ndi Eze Nsugbe appointed him their spokesperson. For an age mate and bosom friend of the deceased, Chief Lawrence Nwoye, Chief Anyansi was a man who told the path of truthfulness at all times, praying God for the peaceful repose of his soul, commiserating with Chief Anikbe, his wife Chizoba, and the Anyansi family. The member representing Anambra East constituency, Barrister Nweke, said that it pains to lose a loved one, saying that the deceased life was worth celebrating because he laid good legacies for his children. In their separate speeches, the first son of the deceased, Mr. Okudili Anyansi, and his sister, Mrs. Ude Wesley Ude, described their father as a great man who taught them good virtues.
When I can governor able CC Soludo, Professor Solution is here. Efo can suben and shine. Non dia call ya call. Siaji is weekend. Nanko Welani. Uso. Education. Infrastructural development. Yaji speak and I know.
Late Chief Anyansi was buried according to the custom and traditions of Nsugbe Council of Elders. Condolence visits, masquerades, and other cultural displays were some of the highlights of the funeral ceremony. From Nsugbe, Anambra East Council area, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
And that does it on Insider News for today. Next week, Sunday, do please join us for another edition. My name is Maureen Stone Enojeke. Good night and stay blessed.